This week on Fail Kitchen, zebra cake, because somebody is way too confident in my skills. I'm going to use my trusty big cup again, and let me explain why I haven't changed yet. And I will. But I haven't changed yet because all of the dry baking cups are little. Like the biggest one I found is 1 cup, and I'd have to measure this out 4 times. I don't have time for that. I have time to do it once, and this cup has enough for it to happen once. See, close enough. 2.5 cups, right? That's a little more than 2 cups. See, I won't go a little more than 2 cups. I'll pour it back in. There are big, hardened sugar balls in my sugar. That's good enough. Baking powder. A baking powder, I do measure. I don't know why. I think it's because my mother used to measure baking powder always. So I feel like I must measure the baking powder. But it's a pain. See, I don't even know. 5 milliliters. Yeah, that's a teaspoon. 2.5 teaspoons of this. My mom always taught me how to do this crap. There we go. 1. Well, I've got these out, so here. Normally, I would just shake some in there and call it a teaspoon, but I've had them out, so let's see. Is that so much better, guys? Is that so much better? No, it's the same. It's the same. Let's hope that the eggshell didn't get in there. I heard a crunch, but I didn't see any eggshell go in there. But I also wasn't looking. It appears that the edge is, look, the edge is really thick. You see? Okay, loose, and then stuck. So we didn't do a good job here. This is not a job well done. And then we're not going to use low. We're going to use high because KitchenAid mixers were made for high. That is why we have them. If we wanted to use them on slow, we'd use our hands. We could just stir. It already tastes like a zebra. This seems a lot better. Okay, this looks a lot like cake batter now. I feel confident. Spray the crap out of your pans with Pam and line with parchment paper, which I've learned from the past that you actually have to cut the parchment paper into a circle. I did not know that before and tried to make it with parchment paper sticking up. That's the kind of cook we are. The cake should just magically come out of the pan without me having to swirly, girly, whoa parchment paper onto it. Right? Beautiful. Who even owns parchment paper? Why do I own parchment paper? I'm about to get into a fight with this parchment paper. Let us never do that again. I have to color the dough white. The dough is white, guys. It's already white. They don't say how much food coloring I need to use. And I've never used this kind of food coloring before. I've used a little droppy kind that normal people use. So this is gel paste. And how much? How much is enough to make it white? This didn't work at all. This made no dent in the color of the... Am I even using this right? Oh, this is working at least. Somebody should write to Betty Crocker and tell her her white is crap. Black, pink, not white. Our next step is 4 tablespoons of white batter into the middle of the pan. Stop dripping. I have to do this until I fill up the whole pan. That is not going to happen. We're going to have to come up with a more efficient way to do this. I found this the other day when I was cleaning out my cabinets. It's not mine. But right now I don't care. It gave me this idea. We're going to use this bad boy. I have no idea what it's used for. I assume this. Much better. Much better. Baby medicines for the other ones, because that's what we have on hand. Sure, antibiotics aren't as thick as black cake batter, but it'll do. Just need some arm muscles. All of the craps we don't give about our zebra cake. Now we're going to put these in the oven. So usually when you put something in the oven, you get to rest for a little while, drink a little wine, do a little something. But no, not for this stupid recipe because it's ridiculous. Now I have to make buttercream frosting. And we need a half a cup of butter, which I assume is softened. And luckily for me, I just leave sticks of butter out all the time, because I don't have time to wait for butter to melt to butter bread or toast or bake with or anything. I just don't have time for that. 3 cups of icing sugar. I don't know what icing sugar is. Let's assume they mean confectioner sugar. We're going to use 2 cups. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. 1, 2. And this is going to be really messy because this bowl is not meant for making frosting. But it's the only bowl I have left. Is this enough frosting? Probably not. Is it too loose? Probably. I guess we'll put it in the fridge for a while the other stuff cooks. You would have thought that would have been enough, but you would have been wrong. The next part of the recipe has to do with fondant, and I have never, in my life, used fondant before. Apparently they make it. Betty Crocker makes it, and I found it in the grocery store, and it's supposed to be black fondant, but they didn't sell black, so they sold pink and purple and yellow, so that's what we'll be using. However, I'm supposed to remove it from the packaging and put it on a microwave-safe plate, and then warm it because it is hard as a rock right now, and I'm having trouble getting it out of the packaging because it's hard. So now I warm this up. Now this bottom is like really hot and it's too sticky for me to roll out. I should have left it be, but I was trying to get this top to roll and it's still a crusty, crappy mess that I'm not interested in. Like, look at that. Whoops, now it's stuck to my finger. What even is this garbage? So I can't really roll this yet. I wanted you to see the top is all crusty and nasty. So thanks a lot, Betty Crocker, for your help. Now I'm supposed to roll this, the rolling pin. I'm going to pretend it's Play-Doh for a second here. I have a lot of luck with rolling pins. Yep. Oh, good. Great. This is perfect. Fantastic. I always wanted this shit on my rolling pin. Why do rolling pins hate me? Microwave for 10 seconds. Roll fondant on smooth surface. They don't say anything about fondant sticking to rolling pin. Oh. I mean, I will do this with every single thing I have. I will never use a rolling pin if the rolling pin refuses to cooperate. I will just do that. I don't need rolling pins in my life. And I can't put flour on this because it's not flour based. It's who knows what this is. It's magic crap that tastes really not that great anyway. Why do we want this on our cake, guys? Why do we want this on our cake? And it's supposed to be really thin. So, I mean, can you get thinner than this? I don't think you can. I'm just gonna, you know, slice little patches off and then put it on the cake as if nothing is wrong. And now the stripes are sticking together. Now the stripes are sticking together because I didn't have enough room to separate them on this plate. Alright? There is no achievement. There is no goal, guys. And now we're going to frost it, and then the girls are going to help me put the fondant on it.
And we are going to kind of lick the frosting too.
But not right yet, girls.
My favorite part is licking the frosting.
The cake is slipping off of its middle frosting. Shouldn't do.
Can I have one lick of that?
Nope.
She's kind of making a mess. Don't worry. No, she's not. She's doing a perfect job. Yum. It's dripping. Just stay positive.
Stay positive.
Stay right here. Don't go. Dolls.
Okay, so maybe we ran out of frosting a little bit.
Ooh, yum, 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 yum.
I mean, maybe we kind of ran out of frosting.
Now?
See, this looks great. It looks just like a zebra, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's leaning a little bit, and the frosting is too soft, and all kinds of things. But I bet it's delicious. Little hard to cut through. Oops. Yeah, oops. Zebra cake. Nailed it.